Let me check the audio in the meantime. Okay, let me try last thing, or we are gonna go without YouTube. Okay. Oh, it's working. Nice. Okay. Oh, it's working. Nice. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. On Twitter, I see myself lagging. I hope I'm not lagging. So now let me bring the chat here for YouTube and this one Twitch, and we are good to go. Let's go, let's go. Right. So what are we gonna do today? It's gonna be mainly two things. The first one is we are gonna test again Codex, the Codex CLI against the Cloud Code CLI, because this weekend I tested the high version of GPT, the GPT-5 High, and honestly, it seems pretty good. So I guess I'm lagging somewhere, but I don't understand where. I think I don't have enough connection now. Give me just a sec. Okay, I had someone that was sucking my Wi-Fi connection. Let's see if it's gonna go better. Should go a bit better from now on. So let's get to the actual stuff. First of all, what's Codex and what's Cloud Code? Honestly, it's pretty simple. Codex CLI is the CLI from OpenAI. Cloud Code is the CLI from Anthropic. Nothing new from here, and it's, pretty easy stuff. Yeah, I'm dyslexic this morning as well. So, pretty easy stuff, but that's not what interests us. The main problem that the Codex CLI always had is the models that they support. For example, until we had GPT-5, the only good coding model that OpenAI had was O3. I mean, for like good model, I mean models that can do really hard stuff. So, for example, I wouldn't put GPT 4.1 as the same level of Sonnet 4, for example. But now with GPT-5, it's a bit different. A lot of people say that the high version, GPT-5 High, is at almost the same level as Sonnet or Opus. So I was pretty skeptic about this, but then a couple of YouTubers started to do a bit of benchmarking you all know the Tio shenanigans now, but besides that, a lot of other YouTubers that I follow a lot. Guys, sorry, but I don't understand why the fuck I'm dropping so much. Give me a sec. I didn't have this problem 2 days ago. And also my internet is pretty fast. It's something like 1 or 2 gigabits. So let me resume the camera. Okay. So what I was saying is, Codex always had this disadvantage. Oh, they have a lot of disadvantages, but this was the main one. Like they never had a really good coding model, and Cloud Code had this advantage from start. I think when they released, they just had either 3.5 or 3.7. I don't remember right now. So they already had a really good coding model from the start. Now the situation a bit changed since GPT-5 High. So what I want to do today is I want to test Codex and Cloud Code in two kind of simple tasks in two of my code bases. Those code bases are pretty small, so it should be easy stuff for LLM in general. So yeah, let's test it. First of all, since this live extract will be a video on YouTube, I want to start on how to install both Codex CLI and Cloud Code, so we can also add it as a, let's say, tutorial for people that are not super aware of either CLIs. The other big problem that Codex has is documentation. So this is all the documentation I found about Codex. This is all documentation about Cloud Code. It's a night and day difference. In fact, when I had to find the command to put Codex CLI directly in iThinking mode, I had to struggle a lot. But at the end of the day, I found the command. So I posted about it. Let me just find it here. I think it was one of the comments somewhere. Codex CLI. Was it here? No. I need to start making carbon thingies a bit different from each other. Yeah, here. So this is the command to put Codex directly with iReasoning. It's funny because I still get buffering. Let me see if I can do something like this. Open widget. What a pain in the ass. I don't understand why I'm buffering. I don't have connection problems anymore. Could it be for the music again? I don't think so. No, it's an MP3. I don't know. Let's test like this. Maybe it improves. So, okay, wherever. So let's try to get the starting points for both Codex and Cloud Code so people are more aware of both of those. First of all, let me clear my terminal. Let me open Tmax. Right. So first of all, how to install Cloud Code? Pretty straightforward. You just npm install and you have this command. You just need to have Node.js. So if you don't have it, you just go to Node.js website. You just install it for the version that you need. Then you do node v. No, oh, I want to start it. What the fuck? Yeah, forget it. So you do node version, and you will see your node version here. If it's above 18, then you're good to go. Just install it like this, and it's the same for the Codex CLI. You just go in the documentation that will leave either in the comments of the YouTube video in the description. I will leave it somewhere, but you can copy it from here. You can just npm install, or better, you can install it with brew. I don't know if it's better in general, but I prefer to do it like this. So with Raycast, you have the brew extension, or you can do brew install codex directly from your terminal. Now, once you have it installed, you do Cloud Code, and you do, first of all, you do Codex if you want to open it and add your private key. If you want to log in with your Plus subscription, Pro subscription, etc., you just do Codex login, and you can start like this. Then, what I usually tell people is it's better if you start both of them with the permission all unlocked, just because there is one chance in a million that they are going to delete your whole PC. And for that, you should use that container, but that's another story. But that's most probably not going to happen. So, for example, I have an alias for Cloud Code that is CC, and it's the command that mimics the danger escape permission, like you can see here, flag. So you should have it done, danger, because MCPs are pain in the ass. Danger, closely here. So you have this flag for Cloud Code. So you just do Cloud Code and add this, like this, clear Cloud Code. You copy this and you just do this. And for Codex, you can use this command and you will skip permissions as well. Just do Codex C and the model reasoning. You just do this. And you can also put aliases in your configuration. So I think we fixed the bitrate problem. Let me see on YouTube as well. No, I'm still the buffering here. I don't understand. I'm getting pretty pissed. That today my Wi-Fi decided, no, you cannot stream. No, 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 no. You piece of shit. Wherever you will see me all laggy. It's okay. What else can we do? On Twitch, you can see me not laggy. So you can check Ox Francesco on Twitch. You should be able to find me. If not, skill issues. So Codex, I was saying you can put aliases for both. For example, I have CC for Cloud Code with dangerous script permissions, and I have Codex with GPT-5 high directly into it. So let me just move to a less dangerous directory, CD coding, clear CD coding, clear. Let me create a directory real quick. Let's call it testing and CD into it. Okay. So let's open both CC and Codex. You can just allow everything. If you don't want to use that command for whatever reason, you just do slash model. I will kill this as an MCP for real. You can just use slash model. Also, let me keep so you can see my keystrokes. So you do slash model and you select GPT-5 high because being high is really important. You have the same thing here. Also, we will see this a bit later, but you can now modify the status line of Cloud Code. It's so cool. But yeah, now that we have both things configured, let me just put it in the middle, make it a bit bigger. And that's just basically the same thing. Now, which are the steps that you should always do in both things is slash init. So slash init in both things will start creating either a cloud.md for cloud code or a agents.md. By the way, let me just, we'll save this for later. And basically that's a document that will be processed every time the agent will need to do an action. So for example, you do slash init. The agent scans through your whole, all your directories, all your files. It understands what the project is about and how it works. And after that, it knows like what to touch and where to touch. So it's really important for both. Then other important commands is surely slash compact and slash clear. Slash compact is to compact the conversation you're having. So it basically takes the whole conversation and it makes it smaller, more digestible. So the window, the context window is not that polluted. And the slash clear is just when you need to do another feature. Let's say you want to implement another feature, so you don't need the conversation and you just clear everything so the context window is clean. You can do almost the same with Codex. You just do new, I think. So you can chat, you can start a new chat, or you can do, no, that's it basically. Okay. So there is no compact here. Oh, it is actually, yes. So you can use just compact. What else? What else that is really important? MCPs. So to add MCPs in Cloud Code, just go in the documentation, you search for MCPs, and you understand here all the kind of MCPs that you can add. So there are a lot of them, and there are a lot of different kind of MCPs. Also, there are different, let's say, way of storing MCPs. There is a user level and a project level. So for example, most of my MCPs that you can see here are all on a user level because I can have it like basically wherever I need them. And we will go later on all my MCPs and what I need them for, etc. But now, for example, when you need to add an MCP to Cloud Code, you just do cloud MCP add slash no cloud MCP add user, that's the scope, the name of the MCP, the commands, and the argument if you have argument like API keys or out or wherever. For Codex, you also have MCPs. I still don't know how to add MCPs. So let's see in the documentation. MCP. How to add MCPs to Codex CLI. Come on, how can I add them? Okay. That's for bright data. This like web scraper basically. But we want to understand in general how to add MCPs. Okay, you can do it from the codex directory. This makes a lot of sense. But is there a command to do it? Okay, let's just test it. Let's say I want the convex MCP. So let me get, uh, let's see the instruction for cursor. Let me get to the CLI. Can you add this? Okay, no, let me quit this. Control C. Whatever. Can you add this MCP, please? Let's see if Codex can add its own MCPs because Cloud Code can. So you just tell him, look, I want to add this MCP, just add it. I'm considering Llama workstation, JSON. I that's the thinking steps. If just saying cloud desktop. What the fuck? No, add it in your Codex MCP. It was adding an MCP to cloud. I mean, yeah, makes sense. Come on, you can do it. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I mean, the fact that I cannot just do like Codex MCP add an MCP is such a pain in the ass. Let's see if it will be able to add. Guys at OpenAI, can you add someone to do better front end, please? Just saying. So yeah, let's say so basically that's how you set up both of them. The Cloud Code documentation is amazing. It's really, really, really good. The Codex documentation is non-existent. That's a huge pain point. So for now, I would say don't switch or just go to Cloud Code. It's a bit better, honestly, right now, and more than a bit. Because if you cannot just search for what you need, I mean, what the fuck? Like, whatever. Let's move to the second step. This was just the configuration, and for a Cloud Code to decide the model, because I think I surpassed it. Okay, maybe it was able to. Let me codex slash MCP. No, it was not able to. Amazing. Whatever. I will find a way. So for cloud, if you want to choose the model, you just do slash model and you get the different models. The best one right now is Opus Plan Mode. So you use Opus when you do the actual plan mode and Sonnet to code. What's the plan mode? if you do Shift Tab 3 times, you go to plan mode. This is Cloud that doesn't code. It just goes to a plan and you will need to approve it. So that's really helpful. And if you continue to do tab, you just like Shift Tab, you go from mode to mode. In this case, we have accept edits, plan mode, and bypass permissions. That's basically it. If you want to set up the new status line, you just do /status line here, and you can just ask him to add stuff. That's basically how I did mine. And it's pretty simple. It's just the directory I'm in, the model I'm using, the context window, but this is not working, and the repo, if there is a repo. That's basically it. Other things about Cloud Code that are super interesting, the custom commands. So let me find commands, Cloud Code commands. So you go to the Cloud directory. Let me just open it with cursor. And you can add a bunch of different commands here. So for example, I have some with my MCP, like all my MCPs and what they do, the one for the Vercel logs, one to trim a video from the blank spaces, like where I don't say shit because I just, like my brain stops working, like now. The convex rules, the context.md. Like I have a bunch of shit, all the supervised thingies. So once you set up it here in the directory that I showed you, you can just then go to Cloud Code, do slash, and you will see all the commands. For example, I had one for context, you can find it here. I had one for convex, and you can find it here as well, etc., etc., etc. This is really, really useful for tools like Convex that have the Convex AI rules, but there are a bunch of things like this, super base habits as well. So what you can do is you get here, you download the TXT, and you just copy paste the TXT into the commands. That's pretty easy. So what else? What else? Technically now Cloud Code also has sub-agents. So you can just set up them doing agents, I think. Agents. Sorry, my fucking snippets. /agents. Yeah, here you can see manage agents configuration. And you can create a bunch of different agents. Some, for example, to do bug review, some to do design, etc., etc. And each agent will have its own context window. You can specify a different model, etc., etc. I still didn't use it because I mean, I think it's useful, but not that much. So another thing that is useful, but not that much, are hooks that are like programmatic actions that you can do on different steps of the agent like work plan. For example, one stupid example that I have and that I open sourced is that once the agent is done, it gives me a notification on Telegram. You could do, for example, that once an agent is done, you can plug it in with 11 Labs and it just says something funny. I saw a bunch of YouTubers doing that as well. But yeah, those are just, they are cool gimmicks. I didn't find a super amazing, crazy, useful thing for that yet. So, and Codex doesn't have all those stuff because it's still pretty early stages. So now let's get to our actual documentation. No, let's get to our actual code base. To people that are new and don't know what this is, Buddy Intels is basically the bot I use on Telegram where I send a piece of news, let's say an AI related news. This is my private community. And the bot, first of all, deletes the message, like deletes the link, the Twitter link. He gets all the context from the Twitter and he creates something like this. So for example, DeepSeek V3 released, it creates a headline, a short paragraph on what's the tweet about, and it links to the original tweet. That's basically it. It doesn't do anything special. So let's start both. Okay, I can do it. Huh? Let's start both our codex and our cloud codes. I will need to do a /init cmd file. So I'm sorry, I got distracted by a message. So I was saying, let's do a /init. Let's make it work right now. So as I said before, it's just getting all the relevant context from the whole code base, and it's just gonna create a MD file with all this context. Everything seems quite all right on the streaming side. Yeah. So let's wait for this. And what we are gonna do today actually is pretty simple in this code base. Is we want to add a /report command in the bot so it can create a summary of all the this week news. So, for example, if I want to send, I don't know, a email, like a summary email with all the news of this week, I can do just /report, and I see all the news with all the headlines and all the paragraphs. So that's pretty, should be pretty simple. So now let's start with Cloud Code. So I think I submitted everything I have. Let me just do like this. Okay. So git checkout. I'll create another branch called /report codex. Yeah, I was almost right. Let me get back to main one sec. And I want to do the same for cloud code. Clear. So from main, let me move to cloud code first, and let's do it like this. So how I usually do this. I go to plan mode that is gonna use Opus One. I click a button on my mouse that is this one, and it starts a super whisper, and I start telling my agents what I want to do. I hope this doesn't break the whole OBS. Also, let me see if everything is going smoothly on the audio side. Code, clear. So from main, okay, everything is going good. So I wanna add or improve the /report command. I just want it to give me all the latest week reports. So what it's going to do is, for example, from July 1 to July 7, I had uh, a lot of news on different topics. It just gets me the topic name, all the news, so the headline, the paragraph, and the link tweet for all the reports that we had. Let's say something like this. Just need a topic name of the news. Okay. I need to run the command /reports in the logs topic because I have something that is it's called the log topic. That is this one, news logs, where it just gets the date, the headline, and the link, and that's it. So let's see if he's gonna be able to do it. Technically, I could do the whole Git work tree thingy, but I still didn't quite spend the time to understand how it works, so I will not be bothered by that. We can just do it one by one. In the meantime, we could check a couple of news that I bookmarked. There are a shit ton of cool things that happened this week. One thing that I need to check is this Agentuity thingy. That is Agentuity. I think Tio made a sponsor of this a while back. Then I saw it from another YouTuber. I think the AI Code King or something like that. Basically, it's an agent framework that you can spawn super easily. So I want to test it. Let's say, let me create another window, cd test. No, not this one. Cd coding ls test YouTube test. Um, what was the thing here was before? Oh, coding testing. Okay. CD coding testing. Okay. So again, let's run the Agentuity thingy. Agentuity create. Activate the Agentuity MCP. Installing will advance. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Okay, it's installed everywhere. To continue. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, ban as a runtime. Do you guys have Vercel AI SDK and Open Router? Hmm, oops. I think okay, no. I clicked on something random. Sorry. Let's create it again. So ban. Let's use Vercel AI SDK and OpenAI because the Open Router thingy should be fully compatible. So we shouldn't have problems. The project name could be, I don't know, Buddy Sam, say. Okay, the name is available. It summarizes websites that I sense using FirePro P2, let's say. So authentication, let's put none for now. Deploying is GitHub action, GitHub app, no. You can create it here. And let's see. In the meantime, is Codex done? No, sorry, it's Cloud Code done. Let's see. Yes, he made the whole plan. Look at this, how cool it is. So that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna implement the slash report command, add the new report command. We'll gather data from body inter-process messages and text summary table from my Supabase. He's gonna have a new class. Okay. We clear, and it's gonna look something like this. Amazing. Oh, that's perfect plan. Let's do it. Also, I will copy the message so we can use it later on codes. Let's get back to this Agentuity thing. Clear? So now I can do cd body sum was, yes, ls. Okay, let me open this in cursor and let's see how it looks like. Okay, The source is just an index file. Okay, that's it basically. Hitting your